Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the ArmWars Dark Card pre-show, and let's all give a ready bang to the #1 arm wrestling interactive podcast in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and we are here with one genuine massive unit. If you haven't heard of this bloke, it's another legend that has come back after a long time off. Multi-time national champion. He has some pins on some of the biggest superstars on the planet, including the one and only John Brzezinski. But he's had battles anywhere and everywhere, whether it's Lottie, whether it's ArmWars, whether it's in his home nation or abroad. Can we please all welcome to the show the Highlander, Terrence Opperman. Terrence, how are you, buddy?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No, more than happy to, mate. We've got in about an hour, the free match comes out. Kevin PALKO, Craig Sanders, and then the left arm battleground with you and 3 other massive dudes, and of course, including Devon Larratt. First of all, I think a lot of people, especially a lot of arm wrestling purists and a lot of arm wrestling fans that have been in the sport a long time, where have you been? You were very active, and then you disappeared.
Yeah, I didn't disappear. I changed jobs, so I couldn't travel internationally anymore. And it's just been a rough couple of years getting everything back together. But I think we're getting there now, so I can start traveling again. And so it's been a while, but
it's been a long, definitely a long while since we've seen you on the table. And in about 2 hours, we're going to see that left arm be put into action. I've asked everyone in the chat. I've done a poll, Terrence, and I've asked everyone who's going to win the battleground, and a resounding 74% think Devon's going to win. You come in second. You come in second with 11%. Oh, no, 14% now. They're all coming in. Guys, can we please give Terrence a ready bang like Spurby's ass is creaming as he says, ready bang bang. People are happy. And if you can, thank you, Phil Woody UK. If we could just go over and click on Terrence Opperman's YouTube channel, that'll help him out because he's a genuine good dude and a great athlete.
Thank you.
Of the sport, if we can go help them out. So probably the first question I'll ask Terrence, why now? Why the left arm? Why ArmWars?
Yes, I've done ArmWars in the past. I know Neil for a long time. He beat me in 2006. That's the first time I met him. And since then, I beat 2009. I got the win on Ivan Matushenko and Murev in the World Championships in one competition. And soon after that, I got the invite. I went to Nemiroff World Cup. Got the 4th place there. John won and Ion Onchesko was second. I got the 4th place. And after that, I got the invite to ArmWars. And so me being still new in the sport, I learned so much from Michael Todd and Don Underwood. They helped me what ArmWars is about, and they taught me so much about being a professional arm wrestler. And so I love pulling at ArmWars. It's a very nice platform to start. I know a lot of people made their careers from ArmWars. I mean, Jeff Hale and all that guys. I think Devon started at ArmWars and a lot of other guys as well. So I think ArmWars is a proper platform to compete in. I like the rules. I like the format. And need to see where the bar is at. I saw the bar is quite high, but I'm not allowed to say too much. But yeah, I know where the level is, and I know where to work to from now.
So I'll tell you what, guys, if you want to see a really good match, go see Terrence versus Michael Todd in the ArmWars archive. Michael Todd has hair, and it looks weird. He has a lot of hair. When he pulls Terrence at ArmWars, it's something different. Francois, yes, Terrence is South African. Whereabouts from South Africa are you, mate?
I'm between Johannesburg and Nelspruit. I don't know if you know South Africa at all. I'm almost in between. And I'm like 100 kilometers from Pretoria and 150 from Johannesburg.
Yeah, there you go, smack bang in the middle.
Yes.
There. So yeah, you're in this battleground that's coming up, and we're all very excited to see it. Left arm banger. So you've got Mindigus Dalskus, who's about 140 kilos. Devin Larratt, who's about 125, 130 kilos. Daniel Lund Christensen, who's like 6'6". He's a big, massive man. How much are you weighing in at?
I'm 115. So yeah, I'm not that heavy. Still light. I think I was the smallest guy there, but yeah. Christian Daniel Luke Christensen is like a barn door. He's like I told Neil, it's like, what hell? Why are you getting this, guys? Get me a fair match, man. So yeah, that was before the match. So
has coming back to ArmWars reignited a spark? Has it sat there and gone, right, I want to now go back to pulling all over the world like you used to, because your career is unbelievable.
Yeah, yes, I would love to pull in East versus West. That is the goal. I'm working towards that. I got another invite back to ArmWars. I don't know. We're going to see if it's going to work out. Maybe the next one or the one after that one. I don't know. It will be October or before August or October. I will see which one I'm going to do, if I'm going to do any of the two. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. And then obviously East versus West, that's the main goal. That's the ultimate goal. I've done 8 world championships. So I'm not that keen because of IFA and WAF splitting up. I'm not that keen of going there. But yeah, I would like to compete in East versus West.
Yeah, beautiful. Francois, whereabouts in South Africa are you, mate? And Terrence might know a club or someone to get into. So get in there. Paul Italia Cigar, how you going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in here with Terrence Opperman. At if all goes well and we head over to East versus West, who would you want in your very first match?
To pull against.
Yeah.
Yes, man, I would love to. I'm not saying I'm on this guy's level or anything, but I would like to pull against Sandra Sedes, Paul Lynn, and Sasso. I would love to pull against those guys.
Yeah, that would be okay. Yeah, geez, Paul Lynn. I like the one.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah,
he's a beast. Yeah, but
so
I'm comfortable at 105 kilograms. I'm a little bit heavy now, but I'll go under 105.
Yeah. Okay. Will that take you long to cut? Cut down?
I think 3-4 months. I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, beautiful. I mean, you've gripped up with the best of the best. The creme de la creme. John Brzenk, Arsene Liliev, Denis Aplenkov. Did you notice any difference in the way arm wrestling is since your time off? Like back in the day when you're pulling everyone, have you noticed anything different between what arm wrestling was like 5-10 years ago and gripping up again in 2023? Were you a bit rusty? Were you a bit like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't think so. Because I was competing constantly in South Africa, I think I'm still active, competing a lot in South Africa. So I didn't lose the touch too much. I think what I was hoping for, I achieved. And the bar, like I said, that bar is high, but I was happy. I think the rust didn't do me too bad. I think I'm still on the same level I was. Maybe I'm a little bit stronger now. I think so.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. We've got Cobus Prins here. He's saying hello from South Africa. He's up and about. Says,
hey man, how are you?
South Africa are you from, mate? Let him know. And then we got a super chat here. Thank you very much from LS. He says, "Hey Aussie and Terrence, so good to see Terrence back." Giom Gus Puppy.
Yeah, I didn't know you speak Afrikaans, Aussie.
Well,
I didn't know you speak Afrikaans. You're talented, man.
I learned from my guests.
Oh, I see.
I said something rude?
No, not at all. It's just I must give it gas. It's like gas in just flat taps. I must go all out.
Ah, okay, brilliant. Thank you very much, LS. I'm glad he didn't stitch me up and I start swearing at my guess. I've called you an idiot or something like that.
Yeah, you're gonna give some guys now ideas.
Oh, it's happened before. It's happened before. That's what it is. It's gonna be great. What's going on, Red Catman Studio? So left arm bangers, guys. It starts. We've got the pre-show. Kevin PALKO, Craig Sanders. What was it like going back to an international competition? Because like you were saying, you've pulled a lot at home. But what was it like to finally do the whole ritual again? Pack the bags, up on a plane, go to another country.
Yeah, you feel at home. You feel like this is where you belong. So it was. Yeah, I had a great experience hanging out with Neil and Devin. Asked Devin a lot of questions. That was amazing about training, about everything. So yeah, that was very nice. The plane flight. I first went to Istanbul. Was watching East versus West with my teammates. We got a few podiums. In the 91 kilogram class, we got one guy got left and right podium, third place. And in the 90 what was it, 108 kilograms, we got a third place and a second place and another third place. So we did very well there as well. The lady got the third place. On the right, and yeah, I think that was it. So South Africa did very well at the East versus West qualifications. So I was very proud of the team. And there was some wars going on there. I was in the hall when it was the professional guys was competing. So yeah, I grabbed up with some of the guys, not competing, but just say hello. And some of the guys still remember me. Some guys like Levan said, "Hey Terrence, how are you?" So that was nice. Yeah, I used to compete against his training partner or one of his national guys. Vitaly, not Vitaly, what is his name? I'll think of his name now. But he was a great guy. We always mocking each other on Facebook and stuff. Vasily Dutchvili, that's it.
Yeah. So was it, excuse me, was it good when like everyone was remembering you? You weren't a forgotten superstar. Was it good that everyone's like, "Hey, Terrence, my man"?
Yeah, where have you been? So I had to explain everybody what happened and why I didn't compete. So it was fun being back.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I've just got a video from Neil Pickup, which we'll play in a little moment. I think it's a bit of an update of everything that's going on that's watching. We've got Johan in the chat. Hopefully he hasn't said anything rude.
Hey, Johan from Durban.
So you know this guy?
I don't know Johan from Durban, I know Dave and some other guys from Durban. We have some very strong pullers from Durban. Strong club, big club coming up. So yeah, some strong pullers there.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. What was your coming into this left arm battle? What was your first thought when you saw? Because you got Daniel Christensen in the first round. What was your first thought when you saw the guy? Had you heard of him before the match was made? And what were your first thoughts when you turned up to ArmWars and you were like, "Oh wow"?
Yeah, so I didn't know who I'm gonna pull the third guy. So I know about Mindigas, Dulskas, and I knew about Devon. So I didn't know about Daniel. I didn't know who he was. So when I got there, Neil's on the way from the airport. So Neil told me you're gonna pull. I asked him who's the third guy, and he said no, it's Daniel Luke Christensen. So I never heard about before about him. So yeah, I went and checked a video. I see now, okay, this guy's top rolls, his wrist looks weak, so it's going to be an easy match for me. And so yeah, I was very pumped for the match. Was very confident, and yeah, so we'll see in an hour or two what happened.
Yeah, we'll get that. Make sure. So if you want to watch Terrence in the battleground, you do need to be a member of the ArmWars channel. The links are in the description. Phil Woody's also put the links in there. Johan's pretty happy. He's saying that he practices with Dave and Jamie and William.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I think I know who it is. There's three guys he's mentioning here is some superstars in arm wrestling. They are very, very strong. They've been around since I'll tell you now exactly, 2003, maybe 2002, Dave was starting to compete.
Yeah, brilliant.
No.
Did you grip up with anyone at ArmWars on the right arm whilst you were there?
Yeah, I had a match with Daniel, with Mindigas. I had a match with him.
Oh, brilliant! How good's that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, say no more.
Yeah.
That's going to be brilliant.
And the next day we had a little bit. Everybody was pulling everybody. The guys arms was not broken. So so it was fun. The next day competing with the guys.
There we go. Neil's in the chat. He says, "Evening, Jacob the Iron, Terrence Opperman. Hey, Jacob, just sent you an exclusive clip which you can stream for your viewers if you like to give them the essential event info." Yes, I've got that video ready to go, Neil. Thanks for that. We'll play it. Actually, we may as well play it while you're here. Let me just put that video up. Let's see where do we go? Just quickly.
How you doing, son? Hope you and your viewers are good. Almost time for the ArmWars Dark Card 2. So let me give you a bit of insight on what's going to happen tonight, guys, okay? The FREEVIEW starts things off. That is 20:30, that's 8:30 GMT UK time, which will be 15:30, 3:30 Eastern, or 12:30 USA Pacific, 21:30 Central European time. FREEVIEW that, guys, everybody can watch. So the good side of the paywall, and that is Craig Sanders against Kevin PALKO, USA versus UK, kick us off. We then move to the members-only exclusive for the Battleground. Super heavyweight left-hand Battleground featuring No Limits Devon Larratt, Mindaga Stulskas, Daniel Lund Christiansen, and the mighty Terrence Opperman of South Africa. Four men who mean business on the left arm. That one starts at 21:30 GMT. So that's 14:30, 4:30 Eastern, 13:30, 1:30 Pacific. And that is 22:30 or 10:30 Central European time. Just so everybody knows, we're going to run things. They're all premieres tonight. So we got the premiere for the FREEVIEW. That's the first. Then we got the first part of the main card. That's the second premiere. And then the third premiere, the last premiere, will be the finals of the main card for the members. Guys, hope you and your families are well. Hope you're enjoying your Saturdays, and we really hope that you all enjoy Dark Card too. I want to say a massive thanks to everybody who's taken time out and is purchasing this tonight. Really helps the channel out, helps us to do bigger and better events. We hope you love it and enjoy your weekend. Guys, take it easy. Biggity bong, mother fluffers.
There you go. There you go. So hopefully we'll be seeing Terrence a million times. Hopefully he goes in there and he beats the big Dan Christensen, and then he takes on the winner of Devon versus Mindigus. When you first turned up, was there someone that you had in mind? It's like, oh, I hope Devon wins, or I hope Mindigus wins. Did you have a preference?
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to pull against Devon. So that is the ultimate goal. So when you get there, you say, yes, I want to compete against that guy. So obviously, when you say, okay, you're not pulling him first, you have to win or you have to lose, but you don't know what's going to happen because you have to see what they are doing, and they're only pulling after you. So you have to give your best because you hope he's going to win or he's not going to win. So yeah, it was definitely some preferences there.
Yeah. So, are you first? Do you go first, or does the others go first?
We went first. We went first. So yeah. At one stage they came to us and said, "No, we're going to change it. We're going to go first." And I was like, "Yes." Then I know what to do. So I told my dad. He said, "You don't lose. You don't lose, no matter what." So yeah.
What was I'm trying to ask this because I don't want you to give anything away, but from the preliminary matches to the final, what was the time difference?
I think we managed to get everything done in 3 hours. I think so. Yeah, we start just a little bit after 9. I think after 11:30 we were already. I ordered some food after that, so yeah, we were still some time. It went smoothly. Everything went smoothly.
What's the pre-game ritual for you? What does Terrence like to do in the lead up to the match? We've had people come on the show. They love to stay in their room and come down bang on time. Some people love to get there as early as possible. Some people love eating. Some people love starving. What does Terrence like to do in a lead up to a big match like this?
Yeah, well, I like to rest a very long time, not doing anything at all. Some people still go to the gym, or most of the people go to the gym. I rest like 17 days doing nothing. I don't even brush my teeth. So yeah, and then when I lead up to the match, I like to eat some greasy food, what do you call it, like potatoes, rice, and then also maybe burgers and stuff like that. The guys was mocking me because I eat too much Subway. So yeah, I like to eat good food before I compete, and I like to drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. And then yeah, I like to be quiet a little bit before the time, be on my own. I like to warm up a little bit, and I like it when the event starts on time. I don't like it if I say, no, you have to wait another 9 minutes or 10 minutes. So that's eating into my nerves again. But yeah, I like to be ready for the match. I like to get myself a little bit fired up. And yeah.
How do you get yourself fired up? Is it a slap to the face? Is it good music? How does Terrence get fired up?
Yeah, sometimes I eat myself a little bit at the back of my neck, or eat my arm, my forearm and my bicep. So, but that's just before the match start. And I went to Kevin PALKO was in my corner. He was my ring man. And the other time, what's his name? Craig Sanders was in my corner as well. So I had a chat with them, asked them what they think. I messaged my friend John McKechnie. He was also competing at the East versus West. He got the third place. So I messaged him. I sent him one of Daniel's videos. I said, hey, man, just check for me. Do you think this will work? Do you think this will work? Just went through the match again in my head. And yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And then hopefully all things go well. Carlos, thank you very much. He's become a member of the channel. Guys, I'll be giving you an
Thanks,
update.
Carlos.
I competed on the weekend, so I'll give everyone an update, and that footage will be out later on in the week. It was good to be back on the table after a hip replacement. I mean, I'm no Terrence Opperman, but I tell you, I'm a monster.
Yeah, I would love to see you competing.
Oh,
I saw you doing some bench press and stuff like that. I didn't do that at all. I don't like bench press.
I'm only doing it because I went about three years without it. Like I had a really bad shoulder for like 3 years. I'm not. Yeah, I'm more of I like doing like specific sports. So I come from a sporting background, whether it's basketball, Aussie rules footy. So I would rather shoot a basketball for 5 hours than go to the gym for 2 hours. You know, I'd rather kick a footy for, run around an oval and kick a footy than sit in the gym. So, yeah, I was just like, I wonder if I can go back to lifting weights and just, pretend that I'm strong,
Yeah. Yeah, but it's tough getting back in the gym if you've been out for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I need and I'm going on a big weight cut there because I'm too weak for the bigger guys because I need to get down to the lighter weight people and see if I can be competitive. But we're not here to talk about me, Terrence. We're here to talk about you. We're here to talk about you. What can you just explain to people, especially you were pulling there was a phase there where I reckon you pulled every great athlete in their prime. You had that vendetta against John Brzezinski. You pulled Denis Saplenkov on the left in like multiple tournaments. You were pulling Arsene Liliev, Tim Bresnan, like the best of the best when they were the best. What's it like to, because yes, we see, John's 58 years old and Arsene Liliev has pulled and we're not sure if he's coming back to the sport, but you were there when the best were the best. What do they feel like grouping up with them?
Yeah, yes. I had a great career in the past, definitely. I'm so blessed. But I can tell you there's different levels of arm wrestling. So 1 year, usually I cut weight until 95 kilograms when I went to Nuremberg World Cup. And then I can feel I can compete. I lost 17.5 kilograms for that event a couple of times, maybe 17, sometimes 15 kilograms to make my weight under 95. But once I'm in that weight, it was before they released the 105 kilogram category. So once you're in that weight class, you can feel you can still compete with these guys because some of us, we don't use too many supplements or we don't use any supplements at all. I don't mind anybody using supplements, just to say that as well. But you get until a certain level and then you can't compete with that guys anymore. And then they're just too strong for you as a natural arm wrestler. So I've realized the 105 is very tough. It's a very, very tough class to compete in still. People using supplements as well. And then after that, there's a big jump to the next super heavyweights, Tim Bresnan, Denis Saplenkov, Oleg Zok, Trubin, all the guys I've had the privilege of competing against. So it was a great career, and it was great pulling against the guys. I remember the 1 year I went to Neil. I said, Neil, so I'm pulling Tim Bresnan next. What do I do? Do I top roll or do I hook? Because luckily I can do a lot of things on the table. He said, it doesn't really matter, mate. I was like, what? Doesn't really matter. What does that mean? And so I went against Tim Bresnam. I can't remember. I pulled 2 years back to back against him. So
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if the first time I tried to top roll or I tried to, first one I tried to top roll the first year. So I didn't even move his hand 1 millimeter, and he just break my arm open. I was like almost in a king's move, like he went through my hand. And that was on my right hand. That was my strong hand. So the year after that, I thought, okay, this time I'm going to hook him. I'll do better if I hook him. So I went into the hook and I nodded him. I said, okay, you can go now. And he just went through my arm again. So yeah, he was, I think he's the most underrated arm wrestler when he was on his strongest. I think he's one of the strongest arm wrestlers in the world. Maybe Dennis also, then I pulled with Dennis as well. Also incredible. You can't, they let you go first and you can do whatever you want. And it's like, even a little bit in a floor press, they just pin you as well. So yeah, it's a great to see all the different levels in the sport we have. Yeah, and I was privileged pulling against some great guys.
Oh, you pulled against the best of the best. Do you prefer to have super matches or do you prefer to have tournaments?
No, definitely super matches. I like super matches. Like I told you about the thing with the supplements. As soon as somebody's using too many supplements, after match 3, your power is equal. So they get tired, and get pumped very fast, and then you can work it from there. So yeah, I like super match format. In a double elimination is also not bad, but I like competing at the ultimate competitions like number of World Cup, A1, and so on. And as you know, we don't have that competitions anymore. So all that is left is super matches.
Yeah. So the super matches that you got coming up, guys. The pre-show starts in about 25 minutes. So make sure you head over to ArmWars there. And then if you want to see Terrence, if you want to see Mindigus, Daniel, and Devon, you got to become a member of the ArmWars channel. What are the plans of attack? So like, if you had Mindigus first, what would be the plan of attack? Or if you had Devon first, what would have been the plan of attack of a fresh Terrence against those two?
Well, Mindigus, I saw him against, what is his name? Sandra Sedes. I saw a YouTube video, and I saw he opened his wrist. So I knew there's some lack in his strength in his wrist. So I knew that was a backdoor for me to get out of it. But yeah. Also, I'm very, very strong in the hook as well. So I would have gone for the hook as well, but not maybe match 1 because of his incredible strength and side pressure and stuff. So I was thinking maybe later in the match, would like to go into hook with him and see what his power is all about, what everybody's talking about, just to feel it and see what I can do from there. But yeah, I'm not going to say anything further because you'll have to see what happened in the match. The same thing with Daniel. I thought his weak place would be his wrist. With Devon, what I thought would be the only way to beat him is not to rush to the pad. So that was when I was still training to compete against him. Because what most of the people do is they rush to the pad and then they lose their hand. And as soon as you lost your hand, you will not recover from that. Your hand will be tired and you will not even be able to. So yeah, the thing was to go to the pad, but let him first go into his king's move. That is all what was playing in my head. I mean, you don't always get a chance to pull against the best in the world, you know. So that was when I was building up for the competition. But Daniel, when I was there, I only saw the video and I spoke to my friend and said, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So yeah, I think the top roll was the first thing that went to my head.
What's your strong point? What's your favorite bit where you're like, right, if I get here, I feel incredible?
Yeah, I like to top roll first match, maybe slip straps, and then I can go to the hook. So I'm stronger in the hook, but I don't want to get flash pinned or whatever. So I will just do the top roll first, or do the strap, get into the strap. Once I'm in the strap, I'll be comfortable to go into hook.
Yeah, nice. Now that you're coming back into the sport internationally, there's always controversy around the King's move. Are you a fan of the King's move?
No, I don't mind the King's move. I don't mind it.
You can say no, mate. It's fine. A lot of
Yeah.
people come on the show and they say no.
Yeah, it's cuck. But no, for me, I really don't mind about the King's move because I know how to pin a guy in a King's move. I know you don't go through a King's move, you go around the King's move. So, but you have to do it at the right timing. Once you get caught there, you're done. You're not going to recover from there. So obviously doing an elbow fell would be the best. But if you know how to defend the King's move, it will be in your advantage pinning the guy.
There you go. Let me know in the comments, guys.
But you get some guys that knows how to do a proper one.
It is brilliant. Phil Woody's a big fan of the King's move. He loves it. I bet you do, Phil. My matches don't last long enough for me to even entertain a King's move, especially with hips like mine. It's going to be brilliant. Out of the three guys that are in your battleground, who has the most awkward arm wrestling style where you're like, oh, that might prove difficult if I come up against it?
Yeah, I think Devin. I think he has the most difficult style. So yeah, I'm not allowed to say too much now, but I think his style is invincible, if I can say that.
Yep. And speaking of not being able to say anything, everyone that follows ArmWars knows that you have your matches and then later on they'll be released. How does that feel as an athlete? Is it very difficult to hold it all in?
Yeah, that is very difficult. Definitely, you want to tell everybody, you want to share, and so on. But I think the way they are doing it, the editing. Neil showed me a video clip on my way from we were waiting for Devin at the airport. He told me about the guy doing his editing and stuff like that, where he come from and how they met and everything. And Neil must actually tell you the story, but this guy, Neil says, I have a great idea. I want to do this in the next ArmWars. And then he sends this guy the clip, and then this guy tells him, are you crazy? You can't do that. It will take 1 million guys and many hours and so on. So the stuff I did you'll see that when the matches start, the intro, you will see there's little clips in the pad and little clips in the table and stuff like that. So there's a lot of detail going into it, and it's very, very high quality. So there's a lot of cameras, different cameras. So this guy's doing a proper job. They try to cover all the aspects. So you can't make a video now and send it over to them and say, use this video. So I have to do everything there before they start producing the movie. So
yeah.
It's a great team Neil is working with.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, you're on, mate. There's I was going to ask, how does that go? Because back in the day, you would just turn up to a tournament, a big event, and you would arm wrestle, and and that was about it. Now in 2023, you've got to do a lot more before you get to the table. Whether it's ArmWars, it's interviews, it's media. You head over to East versus West or King of the Table. It's interviews with the YouTubers. It's signing merchandise. Press conferences. How is that hard as a professional athlete? Is that hard to adjust to these days because we're treating arm wrestlers more like professional athletes than just a bit of a get together?
Yeah, for me it's very difficult. You can hear my accent because I'm actually Afrikaans speaking. So for me it's very difficult to pronounce the words right for English and stuff like that. So the stuff I wanted to say is very difficult to get it over with because it's not my first language. So I think that's the only barrier for me. The TV, the interviews, the stuff, I like it. It's like part of me. That's where I want to be. I mean, you're born to be a star and born to be competitive, and so that's the type of person I am. So I like being between the guys and talking to them and stuff like that. So I like that. I don't think any arm wrestler will mind that. I don't think there's anybody saying, "No, yeah, I don't want to do another interview." So yeah, I think that is being in the spotlight is what you are born for. So yeah, I think it's nice.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, because I know a few pullers that don't enjoy it, but but it doesn't mean that they hate it. It's just that's they would just prefer to focus on their match and get ready. So, but yeah, it's good. I quite enjoy it. I like that we're starting to treat arm wrestlers like professional athletes, like superstars. Because I think everyone at the top level is a superstar. I do believe they should be signing trading cards, doing multiple interviews. I think it's a great, because then we're presenting it. It's not, it's a group of guys and we're just going to hold hands. I like that we're all, oh my God, okay, this is the best in South Africa. We're going to treat him like he's the best in South Africa. All right, Terrence, sit down. You're going to do an interview here. I need you to sign a few shirts there. And then you're going to do an interview over there, couple of sound bites, and then you can go back to your room. So I think it's a huge step forward for the sport of arm wrestling rather than just turning up and going, yep, okay, cool. When do we start? I'll see you then. It's a free holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, I think arm wrestling is about to explode. I think it's gonna. We're almost on that place where it's gonna. I see the guys, the top guys, the views on or the subscribers on the YouTube is like getting up there. I see Levan. I heard Devin said Levan went up with a crazy amount of followers. Even Devin, I think, is on 700,000 now. So yeah, I think arm wrestling is going to explode, and we need to be prepared. So when it gets to that level, we have to compete all over the world and stuff like that. So yeah, I think East versus West is doing a great job currently. I know UAL and WAL and stuff like that is not active currently, but it's rumors they're gonna come back and start again. So that's what arm wrestlers need. They need a place to compete. So yeah, it's a win-win for both of us, the organizers and the arm wrestlers.
Yeah. What do you think it'll take, Terrence? I mean, you've been there with all the vendettas, the zlotys and things like that. What do you think it'll take for arm wrestling to take that next step, for the big boom to explode?
Yeah, yes, I don't know. You see sports coming in. I don't know if you saw the slap fighting. They're getting big now. The bare knuckle fighting, the MMA. I think arm wrestling is being way longer than they have. So I think the right guy, the right place, the right sponsor, maybe one or two billionaires out there like arm wrestling. I think then we're gonna be able to achieve what we need to achieve.
It's going to be brilliant. Guys, we're going to go for about another 5 minutes, and then we're all going to get the popcorn out. We're all going to get our drinks out, and we're going to watch Terrence Opperman rip off some left arms. I got a feeling. That's why I've chosen Terrence. I've got a feeling. That's my pick to win the whole battleground. I do love Daniel. I've seen Daniel pull live at Arm Gods. He is a superstar. I've seen Mindigus pull live at Arm Gods as well. And then actually Devin was there at Arm Gods, but we all know Devin and we all just enjoy seeing Devin pull. But this is my secret assassin, and that's my prediction who is going to win. What about you guys? in the comments section if you've got a quick question for Terrence, and have you changed your mind? Who is going to win? Who will win this left arm banger? It's going to be good. All you need to do is just click the link into the description here on the video. Head over to the ArmWars channel, and then we'll sit there. We'll start off with Kevin PALKO and the Bullet, Craig Sanders. Craig Sanders is just a lifelong banger. He's a superstar. Absolutely love Craig.
Phenomenal guy.
With Craig, he's a really good dude. He's a really good dude. So what have you got besides ArmWars?
Sorry. No, you can talk.
Yeah, no, it broke up a little bit. You go, Terrence.
Yeah, I said even Kevin PALKO, I met him there. He's a great, phenomenal arm wrestler. He's a great guy. You guys will see him in action tonight. And Craig Sanders also. Both of them was in my corners of my different matches. So both of them are superstars, and definitely some future we're going to make the world talk about them.
Beautiful. So besides ArmWars, what else is happening this year for you, mate?
Nationally, nothing yet. I'm still waiting for an invite. So unfortunately, the only competitions there is now is World Championships and East versus West and ArmWars. So I hope Neil adds me to the card for the next one or the one after that one. We actually talked about my son pull against his son, and there's also my daughter will also maybe pull against. I can't remember. I think the guy was from Canada. He's looking for a match for his daughter. She was 14 years old as well, same age as my daughter. So both of them are training now. So we'll see if it's going to be added to the card and so on. Obviously, I don't think it will be. It will obviously be filmed, but I don't think it's going to be published and on the ArmWars. But I think the young lads just being filmed, I think that will be great for them as well. And we'll put it on our YouTube, on our own YouTube, or put it on maybe Facebook or something like that. So I think that's a great place for them to start. And so hopefully we'll see what invite comes. We'll see after the matches and the people saw the matches. Maybe we get an invite to maybe East versus West.
Yeah, beautiful. Guys, if you can, head over to Terrence's Instagram page. Give him a follow. Head over to his YouTube channel and give him a subscribe there. He's a great guy. He's a legend of the sport, and he's joined us before his battleground at ArmWars. Terrence, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you for having me. Enjoy the show. I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, this is going to be brilliant. Guys, we'll be going live tomorrow. My daughter's a little bit unwell, so I don't think I'll be going live after the ArmWars show because I'll be just looking after her. She's a little bit unwell. But guys, please go check out everything that is Terrence Opperman, and we'll see you during ArmWars.
Thank you.